Back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be looking at two of the greatest tag teams ever, the Steiner brothers. That's right, Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers. This one right here, though, it's going to be whenever they were in singles formation. Now, they have an Ultimate Edition that's going to be coming out. It's going to be a ringside collectible exclusive. I'm hoping that comes pretty soon. I got mine ordered. Hopefully you guys got yours ordered. But with that being said, let's look at Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner now. All right, we're going to start off with Scott Steiner. I'm going to put Rick Steiner right over there so you can still see him. Scott Steiner from Series 105. We've come a long way from there. But as you can see, still have the same window. As you can see, this one's newer. This one's the older one. This is Series 104. This is 105. I don't know why they made it to where they were separating them. I don't know. But as you're looking at this, you see that cool big Papa Pump look where he's got the chainmail on it. And then you have it right here. Let's read what it says on the back. That back it says, "The big bad booty daddy has a shout out for all of his freaks out there. Big Papa Pump is your hookup. Holla if you hear me." Now, as you know, this is one of those things where he was saying this whenever he was in WCW and followed it into around 2002, I think it was 2002, 2003, somewhere in there, whenever he came in to the WWE and he was feuding with Triple H. So we're going to take some time, open this bad boy up. All right, we got Freakzilla out of the actual package. One of the things that you'll see, look at all that detail on the legs and on the back has the Freakzilla. I really like this red. This red really, really does pop whenever you see it up close. I'm not sure if it's coming across on the screen, but I really like this. You do have a little bit of accessories because you have the hand accessories, you have the fist, but then you also have the mic holding hands, which, you know, if you're a Scott Steiner fan, then you might know that Scott Steiner having the microphone, it's kind of a bad idea. I'm not sure if you have a time, but you should look up Scott Steiner math. You'll be very, very, he comes out with some wild, wild stuff. But now, these arms right here, they actually had to do custom just for him because we all know Scott Steiner was a huge bicep guy. So they made this specifically for him. I think that's cool. Once again, it's Mattel going above and beyond. They didn't have to because, yeah, we would complain about it. But at the end of the day, you know, as long as we get something similar to it. But no, they went all out. They brought out the big muscles. Also, you have this chainmail, which is his entrance garb, which obviously I knocked off his glasses. And as you can see, he's got kind of that platinum blonde look still going on with his glasses on. Take that off. And I think they did a really good job of this. I'm hoping that you could see this on camera, but his eyes are kind of like beady eyes. Now, one of the things that always made me giggle was his eyes look really, really small whenever he went to the platinum blonde. I didn't really notice it whenever he was part of the Steiner brothers and they had the brown hair and all that kind of stuff. But with this look, his eyes look very, very small all the time, I felt. So I was actually kind of glad whenever he'd wear the glasses. Now, the one thing that I will say is I'm kind of hoping that Mattel will release here soon the Scott Steiner that we know from WCW right after he turned on his brother, where he has the white and black. He's part of the NWO. He has a singlet that has his picture airbrushed on the front of him. I really, really want one of those. Not saying that this is a bad one because I will still use this one, but I really, really like the NWO version. That's just me. What's your thoughts? What do you like? Do you like this Scott Steiner? Do you like Scott Steiner whenever he is with the Steiner brothers? Or do you like, you know, the NWO version? You tell me, leave a comment down below. Let's go on to Rick Steiner. Now, Rick Steiner, obviously, the older brother of Scott Steiner. Now, this is whenever he was really pushing that dog-faced gremlin look, kind of like a BA biker type look. Has the big giant window. Look at that big close-up. And then you have him kind of in his ring gear, right? What's it say on the back? It says, in singles competition or as one half of the legendary Steiner brothers tag team, the dog-faced gremlin always showed that if you don't like me, fight me. So, yeah, let's take some time. Let's open this bad boy up real quick. All right, got Rick Steiner out of here. A lot of detail. Now, usually I'm a big fan of the cloth goods type clothing. But with this one, I think you almost have to do it in the hard plastic or rubber or however, whatever this is. And the reason why is because the amount of details. Because this right here, oh, I'm not sure if you can see it, but the little dogs on his shoulder, amazing. Now look on the back. On the back, it has a dog face gremlin look, looking cool. All the way down to his boots. Look at those boots. On the inside, it says dead meat. Look at that. Man. And then if we pop this off, oh, all right. Once you pop that off, it's kind of a basic attire, black with the bite me on the back. But once again, goes right back into some more detail with that tattoo, looking pretty menacing. One thing I really like about this, ooh, the joints aren't really all that tough either. I thought with it being in that hard plastic for as long as it has been, it would be a little tough, but it's not actually. They move pretty well. One thing I do like, look at those fists. They have the fist clenched, and then they also had the microphone holding hands, which I'm really glad that they didn't try to go with like the slapping hands or anything like that. Because if you've ever watched a Rick Steiner or a Scott Steiner match, they ain't slapping; they're punching. You know, that's kind of like the Legion of Doom. They'll be punching people too. So then, looking at this upper body, look at the you. Number one, you had the bandana, which that's cool right there. Then you had the glasses. Then you had the actual dog collar that comes off. I mean, for this being just Elite, not an Ultimate Edition, you get a lot of accessories with this. And they even colored in his beard. I mean, that is cool. Not the biggest Rick Steiner fan. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be telling you that I was a huge Steiner Brothers fan. I think I was in the early 1990s whenever they were with WWE because I was a WWE guy. But overall, not a huge Steiner fan. They kind of were before my time when I was watching WCW. I was kind of the outsider fan. So their biggest matches were with the outsiders. And of course, I'm rooting for Hall and Nash. But still, once they got into the singles, usually what happens with the singles is one brother or one tag team partner becomes really, really big and the other one doesn't. I don't think that was the case with this one. Yeah, Scott Steiner did become a world champion, but I don't know if Rick Steiner was actually going for all that. So both of them had really good careers in the singles. So Scott Steiner, I would say, probably got more popular, got bigger on the singles than Rick Steiner. But that's not because Rick Steiner really wanted to. Scott Steiner ended up going back to WWE in the early 2000s and then went on to TNA. And if you want to watch some really good matches of his singles run, TNA is where it's at. He did some really good stuff. Him, Angle with the main event Mafia, just him just being on his own. So, what do you think? What did you think of these two characters? What did you think of their looks in this? This has been my review. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Please like, share, comment down below. Is this something that you want to pick up? I hope you do. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, be nice to yourself, be nice to others. Have a great day, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye-bye.